Hi guys, and welcome back to my latest video. I want to do another breastfeeding update for you all because I've been documenting this journey, this crazy journey on my channel, and so I just wanted to update you guys because it's been a couple weeks since I've done an update. Also, Callie's here. She's being entertained by these little things. I'm in my robe, my hair's wet. This is real mom life for you all. So I don't remember where I left off in my last video. I probably should have watched it before starting these, but I think I talked about how she had her tongue tie procedure. I felt more relieved about doing it. Yes, you're just talking back there, huh? And things were getting better with breastfeeding, and they still are. Things are doing pretty well, but they're not 100% perfect. Again, like I've said, things are probably never going to be 100% perfect, but I have been working on bringing my milk supply down, which you guys are probably like, why would you ever want to do that? Couple of reasons. One, I want to be able to sleep for the stretches that she's sleeping, because if she sleeps a 4 to 5 hour stretch, I'm still getting up and having to relieve a little pressure in my boobs in order to go back to sleep, because they just fill up so fast and so quick, and it's uncomfortable. So what I've been doing is I've been doing block feedings, and I'm up to 4 hour stretches now. So I feed her just on one side for 4 hours, and then I switch to the other boob after that 4 hours. So if she feeds 3 times or just once, whatever it is, I just do that on one side in that 4 hour stretch, and then I switch to the other side to kind of try to taper my supply back. And it is working. I'm now only having to relieve about 1 to 2 ounces every night. Eventually I'd like to not have to relieve any at all, because I already have enough milk stored up. I don't need any more milk stored up. I have plenty. So now I'm just trying to wean it back for comfort. The biggest issue that we've been having lately is I still have so much milk, and I have so many, like my letdowns are so fast, and I feel like it's just one continuous letdown when she's eating, that she eats so quickly. Like she'll probably eat between 5 to 10 minutes. Maybe if my boob isn't super full, she'll kind of suckle and comfort nurse for about 15-ish minutes, but still, she doesn't nurse very long. And so she's swallowing a lot of air, especially during my letdowns, and that in turn is making her kind of gassy and uncomfortable. And so I have been trying to, you know, obviously burp her, but sometimes she just doesn't burp even if she's swallowed air. So that's been kind of difficult, because sometimes when she's feeding, she's trying to eat so fast that she's leaking. She's like pulling on and off because she's just, my milk is coming down so quickly. Also, let me know if you have this issue. I don't know if it's an issue, but during my letdowns, I feel it on both sides, and they like, I don't want to say burn, but kind of tingle, a little bit of burning, but like I can tell when one is coming on, and it happens multiple times through my feedings, which I think is normal, but maybe I'm just becoming more aware of my body and my feedings. But I feel like these past couple weeks I really have noticed it, and sometimes I can like feel it coming down from like starting in my armpit area. So I don't know if that's normal or not. It seems to be, but I don't know. My right nipple has been the one that has always caused me issues, and I'm still kind of having issues with it. I may need to have the lactation consultant come out again, but what I think it is I have so much milk that she really doesn't have to work that hard to get it. And so when she's latching on, she's kind of staying on the tip before deep latching, because my milk is like just shoving down her throat. She doesn't really have to work for it that much, and so she's shallow latching initially, and I think that's kind of what's jacking it up. Also, during my letdown, sometimes she'll bite because it's coming down so fast, and so that is causing me some issues. So my right nipple is healing, but really slow, and it still like kind of burns and kind of like is uncomfortable when I'm wearing like my nursing bra. What? You want me to hit these things so you have something to look at? She loves this little bouncer, by the way. What else is there? So she has been feeding less frequently than when she first got the tongue tie or beforehand. So she is now feeding every 2 to 3 hours during the day. At night she'll kind of cluster feed for about 1.5 hours to 2 before going to bed. But she's sleeping about 3 to 5 hour stretches at night, which is wonderful. We've had 2 5-hour stretches, which is super helpful. What, chickies? You're getting sleepy. Starting to rubberize. Also, I think I mentioned in my last video that I cut out dairy. I don't know if I told you that or not, but I've cut out dairy, and that seems to have helped her attitude a lot. Attitude sounds weird to say for a baby, but she was just very fussy, very colicky, very like just a cranky baby, and since cutting out dairy, after a couple days, I noticed that her attitude is improved. She's much happier now. Now when she's crying, it's because she's tired, or sometimes it's because of gas, but the colickiness has improved. Her spitting up has decreased by like 90%. I mean, she'll still spit up, but before it was like constantly, even if it was an hour or two after feeding, she was spitting up. Now if she spits up, it's usually because she had a ton of air in her and she burped and some came up with it, but she doesn't seem to be upset by it, which is good. Yummy hands. She's like, I love my hands. What else is there? I started her on some probiotics, the BioGaia probiotics. I don't know if that's how you say them. And to be honest, I haven't noticed a huge difference with them, but at the same time, I started those when I cut dairy out of my diet. So I might try the Gerber Soothe ones after. I don't know. Like, so many people swear by them, and I wouldn't say I'm one of those people, at least at this point. I haven't noticed a huge difference. Maybe if I stopped them, I would notice a difference, but for now, I've just been giving them to her every single morning. Also, another thing, pooping. I know this is kind of like breastfeeding related, kind of not, but she still poops quite frequently, and she's 9 weeks, and I talked to the pediatrician about it because everyone says, oh, they stop pooping as frequently between like 6 to 8 weeks, but she still goes a couple times a day, and her poops are really green and slimy, and they're finally starting to get more yellowy and seedy, and that was from the dairy. And so I still think there might be something else in my diet that is causing irritation to her, because sometimes her poops are still green, but for the most part they are getting better. I also attribute that to having a lot of fore milk when I switched to the off-duty boob after that 4-hour period, because when I go back to the other side, it's just like there's so much milk and my boob is so full that I know she's getting a lot of fore milk, because when I have needed to relieve pressure, it really just seems like water's coming out, honestly. I know it's not like actually just water, but that's what it seems like. So overall, breastfeeding's going a lot better. It just kind of is what it is. Oh, the other thing is she doesn't want to take a bottle. So she stopped taking a bottle after her tongue tie procedure. And we've been trying to find different bottles and do different things, and we're still working at it. So I have 2 different bottles coming today, the Tommy Tippy and the Ma'am bottles, and I'm going to try those tomorrow. I'm going to have my mother-in-law do it because she will not take it from me. She's like too smart. I've tried like even putting it like where my boob is, and she'll literally like spit it out of her mouth, turn to where my nipple is, even if I'm like fully clothed, and start like, you know, rooting and stuff. It's really cute, but it's like, you need to take a bottle because mom needs to go back to work eventually. So that is my breastfeeding update. I probably will have another one because things are still, you know, in the works, but for now it is what it is. She is over 2 months old. She's in the 95th percentile. She's having plenty of wet poopy diapers. She's okay, Ivy, you want attention, and she's obviously growing, so I think we're all good. But thank you guys for watching this video. If you have any questions, leave them down below. And we'll see you in our next video. Yeah, cheeks. Say we'll see you in our next video. Say bye-bye.